Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. I will not waste our time. Let me first of all recognize the sitting of Excellency, the Honorable Minister for Social Development in the Republic of South Africa, the Deputy Executive Director of UNFPA, and my own Executive Director of PPD, and the distinguished members that are participating. I will not waste our time, and unfortunately, I didn't actually mean to show my presentation. I will just speak to it. We can get the details from the PPD headquarters. I just want to say that the task before me is to just give us strategic effort by Nigeria in accelerating the achievement of the unfinished agenda of ICPD and SDGs during the post-COVID era through SASA cooperation. And I want to tell this gathering that the government of Nigeria sees SASA cooperation as a strategic step to accelerate the implementation of the unfinished agenda of the International Conference on Population Development, and this is with particular reference to experience sharing across sectors and countries. In Nigeria, we first of all localize SASA cooperation such that the idea of SASA cooperation cut across all key sectors in reproductive health, family planning, population development. And that one now informed the strengthening of the National Task Force on PPD, so which is an interministerial committee of all key sectors, about 15 key MDs, and including the international non-governmental organizations, the private sector, the civil society organizations, such that everybody is brought on board so that we can come together and look around achieving SASA cooperation, achieving the unfinished agenda of ICPD. And the reconstitution of the Interministerial Committee is in response to the outcome of the SASA Cooperation Expo that took place in New York in 2018, and also the emergence of COVID-19 pandemic. Another emerging issues that to address the resilience, and following from the outcome of the ICPD 25 and ICPD at 25 that was held in Nairobi in 2019. Which was the delegation from Nigeria was led by the Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Sage. And with that, at the end of the outcome of that conference made us as a country to strengthen the existing national task force and to promote strategy, which is aimed on bringing out the hard copy of PPD strategic plan 2020 to 2024. And this one was produced in hard copy to all relevant key stakeholders in the country, so that each of them will be able to adapt to their various sectoral responsibilities to address the unfinished agenda of ICPD, and also to focus or accelerate the achievement of the 2030 agenda. And this is with emphasis with the challenges of the COVID-19 as an emerging issue, the post-COVID reconstruction of sectoral damages, that is to work around zero unmet need for family planning, zero preventable maternal death, and zero gender-based violence. So with that, I can now pigeonhole some of the achievements across all relevant sectors in social, reproductive health, family planning, population and development. With that, through our Federal Ministry of Health, we were able to see massive procurement of contraceptive commodities, including transportation and distribution. I mean, with a support to inland transportation of contraceptives. There was also the conduct of a supportive supervision of state-level distribution of conservative in 28 states. And as we are aware, Nigeria is a very big state. We have about 36 states, 37 including the Federal Capital Territory. Then there was also the development of an improved maternal health and delivery and maternal health care delivery system. It has been scaled up proactively to enhance safe birth and reduce maternal mortality. And this led to the development and dissemination of national protocol for social integration and rehabilitation of women post-obstetric fistula repair. Then There was also official launch and dissemination of National Protocol on Social Integration and Rehabilitation of Women Post-Obstetric Fistula Repair in Nigeria. There was also domestic resource mobilization to mitigate the effect of family planning budget cuts in Nigeria, such that we will not have any excuse in addressing the needful. Then the conduct of supportive supervision of distributive contraceptives to 20 states, and dissemination of national family planning blueprints to both at national and subnational levels of government. There was also an orientation of post-2020 agenda in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. That activity was conducted in the Southwest, in the North Central, South, and package for the sexual reproductive health needs of survivors of gender-based violence. And there were peer education training manual on GBV, sexual reproductive health, and HP, at which a 3 days meeting was held, and the result, the achievement of results was to have the peer educators. Then the monitoring of FGM activities in 5 UNDP supported states was also conducted. And also in an effort to scale up the achievement of the post-Nairobi ICPD, the Federal Ministry of Health conducted the 2021 Virtual National Reproductive Health Conference, including pre-conference skill building session, a keynote on COVID-19 impact on family planning clinics, and topics on dismantling bias and systematic racism in the clinical setting. This conference was designed for advanced practice nurses, physicians, physician assistants, registered nurses, counselors, educators, and all other personnel who interact with clients in the health centers that are providing family planning and reproductive health care services. There was also the launch of the National Gender-Based Violence Data Collation Tool, the first of its kind to ease the depth of GBV data in Nigeria, with directive that every partner and stakeholder should use the tool to collate and submit GBV data to the ministry, that is the Federal Ministry of Health, for effective coordination and planning. Then the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs also set up national civil society organizations emergency response team to assist in spotlighting the issues, while constant engagement with grassroots and other traditional institutions through the use of radio, jingles, community mobilization, and other information and electronic materials were also initiated. An engagement with all female ambassadors ahead of mission in Nigeria to assure them of country's zero tolerance to such issues was also held in 2020. And I can assure you, while going through, rounding off my discussion, currently the National Population Commission has produced a well-structured national population policy that already been approved by the Federal Executive Council in this year, 2021. And the policy is ready for implementation to address vital population issues in Nigeria, including harnessing demographic dividends at the national and subnational levels of government. The government of Nigeria has also emphasized the nexus between population and development as encapsulated in the approved National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 that has also been approved by the Federal Executive Council for implementation at both at the national and subnational levels. And finally, the youth policy that was developed has been fully put into implementation to address the plight of the youth and adolescents, including youth employment, youth engagement, and youth livelihood. And in conclusion, while COVID-19 posed threats to sectors of the economy, it has also strengthened governance by paying attention to early warnings and improved technology, particularly in Nigeria. With the Nigeria government now added the nomenclature of digital economy to our Ministry of Communication. So we now have Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, arising from the strengths that we are able to gain from COVID-19. We are not looking at the challenge of COVID-19 alone. We are also looking at what COVID-19 has brought in terms of opportunity for us to increase, to be sensitive to most of those things that will enhance collaboration, coordination, and then to enable us to achieve the 2030 agenda. So this is what, all these were done, in collaboration with all key agencies. So each of the agencies were brought together at any point in time, then we discuss it, we do a peer review, we do a learning experience, and we make it a STARSA cooperation, and that is eventually linked to the national strategy of PPD under the coordination and support of UNFPA Nigeria. So thank you for your attention.